Leeds are playing Wolves. They are in, 8th place or 9th place? I think it's 8th, wasn't it? Leeds playing Wolves on Monday night at 8 p.m. Again, as I said, if you're interested in a watch-along, we've got West Brom and we've got Leeds on Monday night. We could do a long old shift then, couldn't we? We'll see. We'll see what pans out and what the response to that is. And this is exactly the game I want for Leeds. And this is exactly the game I want Leeds to do well in, basically. I will admit my inherent bias towards the dearly departed teams. I've been looking for sustainability and viability and information that I can absorb that will help me say, yes, they're definitely going to have a good season. I didn't get it against Liverpool, despite the fact they were close and they lost 4-3. I didn't get it against Fulham, despite the fact that they won 4-3 and they've scored 7 goals from the first 2 games. I think I got it in the remaining 2 games where they beat Sheffield United in a tight game and they played very well against Manchester City. Probably should have won if you look at the numbers and the highlights. Probably could have got the victory there against Manchester City. So a lot of good signs for Leeds. And I've said now for a few weeks, let's see them go, because all we've had so far is Liverpool and Man City, who frankly, over the evidence of the last 3 seasons, have been better than everybody else. Sheffield United and Fulham, who have both been in the Championship in that same period. So it's been mixed what they've been playing. This is the one, isn't it, where they play against Wolves, who are not expected to be in the top 4, but are expected to be competitive in most games that they play. So this is a very, very good yardstick in the Premier League of a team that is expected to be nowhere near the bottom, isn't expected to be with the elites, but is expected to be competitive. And if you said to Leeds fans, that would be where they would fall. Not expected at the top, not expected at the bottom, but competitive. I'm sure Leeds fans would be very, very happy with that. So I'm looking forward to this as a revealing yardstick. We've already gone through what Leeds have done this season in quite some detail here in this video so far. Wolves, well, mixed. They've beaten Sheffield United and they've beaten Fulham, which are the bottom 2. And then they've lost heavily to West Ham and to Manchester City there. So, yeah. I mean, if you compare Wolves' run and Leeds' run, Leeds have been fairly consistent against everybody, whereas Wolves, you say, who have they beaten yet? They've only beaten the bottom 2. Okay, they are our dearly departed bottom 2, Sheffield United and Fulham, but they haven't done well in what you would call the hard games if you're using the league table as the yardstick at the moment. So that would be something to hold on to for Leeds fans. And again, if Leeds are going to go into a bracket more similar to Wolves than, to where West Brom, Fulham and Sheffield United are, I'm sure the fan base will be very, very happy. This was what played against Manchester City. Now, obviously, Jack Harrison didn't play because he is on loan from Manchester City. For anyone who gave me stick for forgetting that, I'm covering 30 teams this season. 24 in the Championship, Ipswich in League One and 5 up here. So forgive me if I make one factual error per week. I'm doing all right. There's probably more than there, isn't there? Otherwise, it'll be fairly staid, won't it? We now have Diego Llorente. Now, I don't know in the end whether he takes Liam Cooper out of the team. Liam Cooper obviously was the captain last year. Actually, he still is the captain. I'm not seeing a little C next to his name there, so that's pretty unhelpful. But he's been brought into the club there, and, I don't know if he's there to make up the numbers. I'm sure he's not. Ayling and Dallas seem to be, they'll be there until Armageddon, I think, won't they? Phillips the same. He's been playing for England. Just in that central midfield now, Click obviously is a shoe-in. Probably so are Harrison and Costa. You just wonder now, and I must admit, I don't know the state of play on Hernandez when he is going to be ready. Also, Rodrigo's been quite impressive so far, whether he can come in and make a start. And Leeds have now signed Rafinha as well. And will they bring anyone in from the Championship? There's still Ben Rama there. There's still Buendia there. There's still Cantwell there. I'm sure Leeds fans would like any one of those 3. And Pat Bamford will obviously play up front because this is Bielsa and this is Leeds. So we kind of know what to expect from Leeds. From Wolves, this is what they came up with last time. Some really good names in there. Patricio Cody played for England last night, didn't he? Kilman, Bolly across the back, Saiz and Semedo wide, Dendonka, Neves and Neto, Podence and Jimenez. Obviously on the bench, look there, João Moutinho and Adama Traore. Fabio Silva is coming for a load of money as well. So look, loads and loads of threat. Like I say, this is the big yardstick for Leeds, isn't it? And if they play in this game, and the pattern of play is as good as we expect it to, and the numbers back it up again, and they have decent amounts of ball, create more chances than they concede, we're really going to have to start looking at this and thinking, is this possibly a top half team we're now looking at? What we don't want is for the pattern of play to be as expected and Leeds to get dominated. Look, we know there's going to be a big defeat somewhere along the line. It's got to happen. Happens to everyone, doesn't it? And I suppose it's the reaction. But I'm not seeing any signs yet from Leeds of them being anything other than competitive in this division. And this is a good yardstick. Perhaps, you know, if you did everything based on league tables, they'd be happy with a draw. However, if you outline it the way I have, across those first 4 games, Leeds being competitive against Liverpool and Man City, and to the contrary, Wolves, well, they lost to West Ham and Manchester City and only have had wins over the bottom 2, then maybe you can make a case for a Leeds win. Let me know what you think in the comments. Exciting times if they do get the win, though. It's going to start to look like it could be a very competitive season for our friends over at Leeds. If you enjoyed this clip, why not go and check out the whole video? You can find that and all of my other content at my channel, the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. And while you're there, why not hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for regular notifications?